what's going on, everyone? Sinister Moon here. I know I haven't made a video in like 2-3 months or something like that, and there's multiple reasons for that. Of course, the coronavirus has changed a lot of our lives, millions of our lives, and it's been really strange listening to everything that's going down, and just, how people are acting and everything, and going through toilet paper shortages and hand sanitizer shortages and just crazy shit. Crazy world that we live in right now. It's a mad, mad world. But other than that, I've just been really busy playing a lot of games. I've had some really cool shit happen to me, and I wanted to share some of those things with you. First off, I'm on a new camcorder. It's nothing spectacular. It's a Canon. It's an entry-level camcorder. It's fairly new. It's not the newest model, but it's close to it. I like it. I got a really good deal on it off a guy that only used it once. Got it as a gift. And I dig it. I dig it a lot. And so now I can actually make videos with a real camcorder, which is a big plus. I also got a new phone. That's the OnePlus 7T. And this thing is just a fucking powerhouse, man. And it was a third of the price as the Samsung S20, but it has almost the exact same specs, but actually a better camera. 44 megapixel. Look at that thing. Crazy, right? Dig it. But I've been playing games on that, and everything that I throw at it, it does. So, really cool there. Of course, I got my Dreamcast set up. That's Power Stone 2. I got a little realistic amp and some speakers tucked down there for it. 21-inch CRT computer monitor. Has Dymatron, Mitsubishi Dymatron guts in it. Looks really good. Been playing my Intellivision a lot lately, of course. Got the Wizard of War port that just came out for it. It utilizes the IntelliVoice for the voice samples. And I gotta say, this is a really accurate port. I like this a lot. And I consider learning how to program for the Intellivision just so this game could be made, but somebody else did it for me. So, that's awesome. I dig it. I like it a lot. 5200, 7800, Jaguar, Odyssey 2, Genesis. I've been playing a lot of Genesis lately. Saturn. Got this, guys. I updated this a little bit. Got a Laserdisc player, better VCR up there. Laserdisc player isn't reading disc, and I can't find any rubbing alcohol anywhere because it's sold out everywhere because people are using it to make hand sanitizer. But I've been playing a shit ton of Vectrex. My Nintendo consoles have been collecting dust. I have been playing my TG16 a bit, though. I have a flash cart for it coming in the mail. Here's some of the bigger things that I've been up to. I finally have my own Galaga. Look at this thing. Yeah, that's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Pay cash for it. And yeah, I love it. My favorite game ever. Has some blemishes on it, like on the kick plate and the control panel overlay and whatnot. But Galaga was born the exact same year as me, 1981, and I'm not without my blemishes, so I'm totally cool with it being a little beat up. It, was in an arcade, and it probably was in an arcade before that. So, it has its battle scars, and that's awesome. I adjusted the monitor in it. Looks really good. There's some Gyrus title screen burn-in that you can kind of see down there when the light hits it just right. When I have the lights off and everything, you don't see it at all. And so I'm not going to do a tube swap just yet because the rest of it just looks really good. I really like the way it looks. It plays well. I love it. Very, very happy with my Galaga. My Phoenix, the screen, the bracket that I had in it came loose, and so the screen's just kind of flopping in there right now. I really need to get this restored. Like, I have a frame for the monitor and everything. I just need to buckle down and make this a Phoenix again. It's going to take some money. It's going to take some time. But, yeah, I'm kind of sick of it looking like that. So, yeah, but that's nothing new is really going on with it. I got this cool chair. Got that for free off a lady. And so, where I'm getting all these arcade games from, Hyperspace, my favorite arcade ever, unfortunately shut down. And so I've been working with the owner to get all the remaining stuff out of there in time, because the landlord is a slumlord and, was really pressing her on getting everything out of there. And so some of these arcade games that I'm going to show you, I'm merely just borrowing. But for the most part, I plan to keep as many of them as I can. All these down here are already mine. Well, except for at least 2 that I'm going to show you. But anyhow, here's RoboCop. And this is one of my favorite arcade games ever, because it's hard. Like, this game doesn't fuck around. Like, I mean, you can get through it if you keep, pumping it full of credits. But to get through this game, if you could get through RoboCop for under $5, consider yourself a good gamer. Because it's a quarter drinker. Like, it will eat them quarters. But this thing is in really great shape. I love it. Screen, monitor looks really nice. Marquee is just flawless. It does have some issues. I noticed that it has some sound issues. I have gone through and with my multimeter, and it's getting proper voltage, like at the chips as well as from the switching power supply. And I've cleaned the connector and everything. So I think what's happening is that there's some bad solder joints going on, or solder points, or whatever you want to call them. And so if you just leave this thing on for 10 minutes, all the sounds will come back in properly. So I'm not too eager to go in there resoldering everything just yet on the ROM board, but it works. So I'm happy with that. Love RoboCop, one of the best movies of all time. I could probably talk about RoboCop all fucking day, no problem. I think about RoboCop probably more than a person should. But yeah, this looks really great. It plays really well. The controls are just flawless. I didn't even need to adjust them or nothing. But yeah, I can't even tell you how thrilled I am to have RoboCop and Galaga within 6 feet from each other. I mean, that's a dream come true. If it was 1989 still, or 88 or whatever, and this was going on in my living room then, my head would have exploded. It would have been like that scene from Tremors. You've seen that movie. Anyhow, I also got this down here. This is Space Invaders Part 2. And this is the color version. It's color. It doesn't have the overlay like the original Space Invaders did. But, I know a lot of people probably think, well, Space Invaders, I played that. It's basic. I'm kind of over it. As soon as you sit down and play this, you'll be addicted to it all over again. Out of all the games here in my living room, I've been playing this one the most. And it's just so good. It just plays so well. And it's just addicting as shit. You get past that first screen. When I first started playing this again, I couldn't get past the first screen. And I'm like, wow, I really suck now. Now I'm stuck on the 4th screen. And I still feel like that's pretty bad. I should be a better Space Invaders player, I guess. But I'm working on it, and I've been playing it every night. and it's fantastic. I like this little machine that it's in as well. Pretty cool. It is loud though. It has a fan, and it's actually pretty loud. I wouldn't mind going in there and cleaning it, seeing if I can't maybe even replace the fan for a quieter one. And then Junior Pac-Man is my favorite Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man isn't without its charm. Pac-Man isn't without its charm. But Junior Pac-Man is much more challenging. The mazes are bigger. I just think it looks better. To me, it's like the definitive Pac-Man game. Like, if you really want to be challenged, if you really want a really great Pac-Man game, this is it. Like, yeah, you know, like I said, like the other ones are still great. You know, Pac-Man starting it all, and Miss Pac-Man, which was like, what wasn't it like a hack of Pac-Man or something, and they just made it official later. This is legit, man. Like, Junior Pac-Man rocks. It's hard for me to get past like the fourth maze. Like, I can't really do much better than that. Yeah, it's a fairly difficult game. And then I've been playing the Streets of Rage 4 for PS4. And, you know, it's been pretty good. I haven't got past the second stage yet. I just got it last night. But from what little I played, it's been good. And I think, like, a big part of this game is going to be playing through it with the different characters and the various difficulties and whatnot. And I would like to get as many of the trophies as I possibly can. But yeah, it's been pretty damn good actually for what it is. You know, I wasn't expecting a new Streets of Rage, and there it is. I have it. So not bad. Anyhow, this is just my living room. This is just the first part of the arcade games. I actually have two other rooms. And so let me go ahead and get up to the next room so I can show you which arcade games I have up there. Alright, so here's room number 2. Over here I got a Space Invaders cocktail. It needs a new fuse holder and fuses, and so it's taken apart right now. But other than that, I'm told that it works, and I'm looking forward to getting it up and going soon. It's one of my favorites, so looking forward to it. And then of course over here I have Galaxian, which is a very nice cabinet. It just looks great. I mean, yeah, it's aged, it's kind of dirty, and the paint's kind of chipping off and whatnot, but man, it looks good, and it plays really well. I love Galaxian. I like Galaga more than Galaxian, but it's still very cool. Over here I got Make Tracks, a very underrated game in my opinion. I really enjoy Make Tracks, and this particular cabinet plays really well, and it's awesome. Love Make Tracks. And then here's a Mr. Do. It's not in its original universal cabinet, and it's missing the monitor bezel and everything like that, but I love Mr. Do. It's a great game, one of my favorites. Somebody had some fun putting that on the sides there, and I really like this conversion actually. I'm going to keep it like this. I think it's awesome, plays really well, has the Wicco stick in it and everything. And it needs, you know, it needs a few things here and there. But, man, I'm really excited about that one. I love Mr. Do. So, there's my second room of arcade games. And now we'll go ahead and move on to the third room, the final room. Alright, and here we are in the final room. It's actually part of a garage. When I signed the lease for this place, I was supposed to get half of the garage, and I've just never used it. So, yeah, I am now. So, we'll start off with Atari's Badlands. You don't see this game very often. Right now it has the glass off of it. I do have the glass hiding over there. I do not have the monitor bezel for it. And my understanding is an authentic original one is kind of hard to come by. And so I might just put like a generic black one in there and put the glass back on. And the monitor's going to need adjusted. There's like way too much blue going on there. Or I guess you could just say a lack of red. But other than that, it looks good. I still need to work on this game though, but this game is a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's a lot like off-road, but yeah. And then of course you got Zybots, another one of my favorite games. I think this one has some control panel issues that I should be able to rectify. But this game's incredible. Love this game. It is incredibly heavy though too. Like it's hard to move this cabinet. It's no joke, man. The base on this thing weighs as much as like a Geo Metro or something. It's insane how much this cabinet weighs, but man, it's cool. Then of course you got the Neo Geo 4 slot, which I'm in love with this cabinet. I'm probably gonna have to hold on to it. And so yeah, but like, oh man, it's cool. And it works really well. And the monitor in it looks fantastic. Has one of the King of Fighters in there now. That's the only game I have in it. But I like to get one of those 160 in ones or something, but I've heard bad things too, so I'm not sure if it's worth it for me or not. But I really love this cabinet. That is a cool cabinet, and it needs a little work, you know, like a couple of these buttons are really, like that one, it's really, I don't know, there's a couple that are a little off, but for the most part, it plays really well. That marquee needs lit up. And then you got Blasteroids by Atari. The marquee doesn't appear to be lighting up on that one. I'm not sure if it does though. But this game is phenomenal as well. And this game also weighs a ton. Like way too much. This thing is heavy as hell. But a really fun game. Really enjoy this one. The sounds and everything. Really cool. And you get the spinners. Love it. And you get the different formations that you can change out through. Like that. Very cool. Love it. We can start up Zybots for fun too.
Humans are forbidden.
Love the sound on this game too. Just everything about Zybots is just amazing. And then this one. There you go. There's the rest of the arcade games. That's what's been keeping me occupied. They definitely make a lot of cool sounds when they're all going, don't they? Anyhow, that's enough out of me. Hopefully I'll make some YouTube videos, more YouTube videos here soon. And until then, I hope everyone's safe out there. Take care. You know, smoke a lot of weed, whatever. Later.